Welcome back, and congratulations for making it through one of the most miserable weeks in FPL history. 26 points has seen a red arrow down to 1 million. Joachim Andersen found the only return in defence, as Crystal Palace kept their 5th clean sheet of the season against Burnley. Kostas Tsimikas was rotated, while Matty Cash was subbed off with a shoulder issue just shy of 60 minutes. It was left up to Jarrod Bowen to salvage some points in midfield, and even then, Michail Antonio squandered a big chance created by the West Ham talisman. Mo Salah was involved in 3 big chances against Luton, creating 2 and missing 1. No returns up top, as Erling Haaland came off with an ankle knock at half-time against Bournemouth, while Ollie Watkins was kept relatively quiet by Nottingham Forest, heading wide from his 1 big chance. So let's put that game week behind us and swiftly move on to the transfer plans for game week 12. There's 0.4 million in the bank, 1 free transfer and 3 injury doubts to contend with. Haaland is the one I'm least concerned about after seeing him take part in training ahead of the Champions League. Matty Cash's shoulder issue is not thought to be serious according to Polish outlet sport.pl. But Dan Burn is unfortunately facing a couple of months on the sidelines, so selling him looks to be the biggest priority. With 5 million to spend on a replacement, William Saliba is sadly out of reach, but I could gamble on Gabriel. Arsenal have a generous schedule in the next 4 game weeks, starting with Burnley, who have mustered up a league low 8 goals this season. The Brazilian was handed a rest against Sheffield United in game week 10 after making 6 consecutive starts. He was also left out for the opening 3 game weeks, which led to speculation of a tactical tweak against low block teams. Whilst there is uncertainty, I think there's more chance he starts than doesn't, so I'm leaning towards making that move. Burn isn't dropping in price just yet, so I'm hoping I can wait until later in the week to see what the consensus is among Arsenal fans. But Jamaal Lascelles is the safer alternative I'm considering, after Botman suffered a recent setback in his recovery from a knee injury. So Burn to Gabriel is the plan, and here's how the team is set to line up. It's been a frustrating run for Alphonse Areola, who's picked up a total of 6 points in the last 4 game weeks. However, Nottingham Forest have scored just 4 goals away from home this season, with only Sheffield United managing fewer. Only Burnley and the Blades have created fewer expected goals on the road. Injury doubt Matty Cash ranks 3rd among defenders for expected goal involvements in the last 4 game weeks, behind only Trippier and Alexander-Arnold. If past fit, he faces a Fulham side that have scored just 4 goals in the last 6 matches, which ranks joint bottom with Sheffield United, Burnley and Crystal Palace. Set-piece threat Joachim Andersen stands to benefit from the return of Ebere Eze, who took all but one of his team's 25 corners before injury. Everton have enjoyed a resurgence in form, with 3 wins and a draw in the last 6 game weeks. They've accumulated the 5th highest expected goals total in that time. Son Heung-min saw a goal ruled out for offside as Spurs unravelled against Chelsea. They'll now be without Udogie, Romero and Van de Ven for the trip to Wolves, while James Maddison is an injury doubt, though I suspect he'll be patched up to play. Wolves have conceded 11 goals in home matches this season, with only Sheffield United and Burnley faring worse. 4 goals by Jarrod Bowen in the last 6 game weeks trails only Son and Salah among midfielders. The West Ham talisman has fired a leading total of 17 shots in the box, while only Matoma and Salah have claimed more big chances than his 5. Nottingham Forest have given up 2.7 big chances per game in away matches this season, while just 4 teams have conceded more shots. 6 shots by Simon Adingra in the last 4 game weeks only trails Matoma among teammates, with 7. He's claimed 2 big chances in that time to Matoma's 4. Sheffield United have shipped 14 goals on the road this season, only Bournemouth have allowed more with 17. Ollie Watkins has been unfortunate to blank in the last 2 game weeks, where his tally of 3 big chances trails only Haaland, Jackson and Darwin among forwards. 9 of his 13 returns have come at home this season, where he's averaging 9.2 points per game. Fulham have given up 18 big chances on the road, with only West Ham, Bournemouth, Aston Villa and Luton faring worse. Erling Haaland alleviated injury fears after being spotted in training on Monday. Despite his frustrating half-time withdrawal against Bournemouth, only Nicholas Jackson has scored more goals than his 3 in the last 4 game weeks among forwards. Chelsea are without a clean sheet in the last 4 game weeks, where they rank 8th for expected goals conceded. Bukayo Saka rivals Mohamed Salah for captaincy in Gameweek 12, up against the porous Burnley defence. The Egyptian king provides the safe and sensible choice. He's scored in every match at Anfield this season. 6 goals in 5 home outings for an average of 9.4 points per game. But Brentford have been impressive on the road, where only Arsenal have shipped fewer goals than their 4. They rank 4th best for XG conceded per game in away matches, behind only Arsenal, Newcastle and Man City. Bukayo Saka has been far from his best since returning from injury. He's attempted just 1 shot in the last 3 game weeks. But like Salah, the Arsenal talisman has delivered in every home match, with 3 goals and 3 assists in 5 outings, to average 8.2 points per game. By far the biggest attraction though is the defensive fragility of Burnley, who've conceded 27 goals this season. That's on par with Bournemouth, and only Sheffield United have allowed more with 30. The Gunners have put 4 and 5 goals past those 2 teams respectively in the last 5 game weeks. I'm not completely decided. I'll be keen to see a compelling performance from Saka midweek against Sevilla, but he's the man I've got wearing the armband as things stand.